First of all, I want to apologize for coming online late. I was supposed to start this 6 o'clock. Please forgive me. It's because of the football. I know a lot of people were supposed to do it 5 o'clock, but I had to move it to 6. And because of the football, I know a lot of people will be watching football, so I decided to push it to this time. So I'm so sorry for not keeping to my word. So I want to apologize for this. Okay, while I'm waiting for people to come in, I hope the picture quality, I'm just setting up. Let's see how this will go. Okay, I'll wait for more people to come so that before we start. Yeah, people are coming in. Kembe, I can see you. I'm so sorry I'm starting late. It was because of the football. It's very unlike me, so please forgive me. Just wait for some people to join us before I start proper. So I want to thank Kembe. I can see you. Yes, Nika, I can see you. Thanks for joining. Anita, I can see you. Thanks for joining. Okay, Ahime Festus, thanks for joining. Let's just wait for more people to come before I go to discuss the topic I want to talk about today. I promised, I said I want to be doing this once in a while. One of the reasons why I'm actually doing this is because I want to make life, business, and relationships easy for people, because it's easy for me. In the notice I put out today, I said I was not born this way. I was not born like this. I was not born like this, but through commitment, to sacrifices, to doing things willingly, to know, to do and to give, that is what has made me what I am today. And that's what I want to share with you. But first of all, let me just give you a story. A lot of people are joining. Wow. Yeah, Bidemi, I can see you. Thanks for joining. Babatunde, James Osakwe, I can see. Meg, I can see a lot of people are joining. I'll just go straight, to discuss what I really want to talk about today. And I know that you're going to learn one or two things, or one word that you will hear that will transform your business, transform your life, and transform your relationships. Let me give you a story. When I was asked to leave the bank, I went into this salon business, and what I did was to learn the trade. I learned how to barb. I learned how to do all kinds of hairstyles. I actually got a private teacher who was doing that for me, but for a whole year. Then before I decided to go to Bobby Signatures to go and learn the key success factor in this business, how to do the business. But when I started out on my own, this is where I'm getting to. When I started out on my own, I was, I would dress, wear suit, pocket square, I would wear designer shirt, designer suit, and I wanted to be very, very good at it. I was building the business around myself. Do you understand? My focus was I want to be the best barber. I want to be the best stylist, and all that. That's what I wanted to do. That was why when we started then, for those people that knew me when I was in Poise, people that were coming, we had a lot of celebrities coming, a lot of customers, they were coming. In fact, that's when the mall noticed me, because the crowd I was pulling to Poise then, it was amazing, So a lot has to do with, the packaging, the presentation, the passion. People were saying that, I was really studying this business because I wanted to be the best in it. But guess what? God told me, no, that's not the idea. That's not what I wanted you to do. I want to, it's good for somebody to be sensitive, There's the God factor in business, God said no. He said a lot of people are in this business. They know how to do the business, but they don't know how to teach it. The reason why he allowed me to go and learn the trade was because he wanted me to know how, to teach it to other people. It was about me knowing it and multiplying myself in other people. But I thank God I listened. Today, I have over 15 barbers. I have over 65 hairstylists. We have Bruno all together now. We have over 100 staff. Just imagine if I was the only one person doing this, barbing, building the business around myself. Maybe I would just be in one place. I won't be thinking about the expansion the way I am doing now. Do you understand? See, God wanted me to focus on standard, not on creativity. That's what God wanted me to focus. He wanted me to focus on standard. And it's easy. For instance, like I told you, I have a lot of barbers now. If I want to get more barbers, it's easy for me. I just put up a notice. And if I don't want to put up a notice, I can just tell the barbers that I have, to reach out, for other barbers. And because they know my standard, they know, the kind of barbers that we need. So it's very easy for me. If I want to get a stylist, it's very easy because we have a platform that a lot of people want to work. Do you understand? So it's easy for me to get that. But creativity is easy. It's in everybody. There are some people, they've not discovered it, But there are some people who have discovered it, and if they focus on it, just on creativity alone, you see, you just be moving in circle. So God wanted me to focus on things that people, are not doing, that so many people are not doing. He wanted me to have a standard. You understand? And that's the first set I want to talk about today, because in business, in addition to creativity, you need to have standard. Creativity is easy because it's in every one of us. Some people have not discovered it. Some of us, we have discovered it. So for those people who have not discovered it, it's very easy for you to come to a platform. Just the way, if you come to Bruno's place, we help you to pull it out. Just the way I went to Bobby's, you understand? And Bobby's helped me to pull out my creativity. Do you understand? But standard is not, there's no competition there. You understand? And that is what every investor is looking for. Do you understand? When I talk about standard, what do I mean by standard? 3 things. I want to limit to 3 things. 1, punctuality. 2, trustworthiness. 3, your loyalty. People, I found that in business, I'm trying to also inculcate this in my staff. Do you understand? We always talk about African time. You want to do a party that will start 10 o'clock, you see people coming 11, 12, and all that. Small scale business, you say this is resumption time, 9 o'clock. People always want to come 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. They bring African time into business. But it's not like that. But if you go outside, if you go to business that are well established, they keep to time, they are punctual. If you are punctual, you are an early riser, you discover that you will do well in business, you will do well in life, and you will do well in relationship. Like they say punctuality is the soul of business. I don't joke with my business. One thing I've learned in the bank, when I was working in the bank, I wake up 4 o'clock. Then, get ready, leave my house at about 5:30, then get to work before 7 o'clock because I was working on island. Our resumption time was 8 o'clock then. But I always get to work before resumption time. But do you know today, I still wake up 4 o'clock almost every day. It was a discipline that the bank taught me. That same discipline, I still use it in my business. And you see, if you go to all branches of Bruno's, we have opening time. I'm waving to all those people that are watching. Do you understand? It's a standard. Do you understand? Punctuality, you have to be punctual. I'm putting it into my staffs, I wanted to have that mindset. of always coming to work early. In anything that you're doing, you know, be punctual. People find it very difficult to do that. Find it very difficult, very, very difficult to do. People find it very difficult to get out of bed. You know, there is scripture. Each time I wake up, those days when I was learning how to get up early, you know, from bed, there's this scripture that come to mind: a little sleep, a little slumber, so shall poverty come upon you. You know, do you understand? So I don't want poverty to come upon me. So if you don't want to be poor, you know, you have to learn how to be punctual. Make it a standard. Do you understand? Now, in Bruno's place, we have a norm, you know, that is a general norm in Bruno's place, that you come to work early. And if you don't come to work early, we punish you for it. Do you understand? We have it's a standard. We want people to learn that. You know, even if you're not going to stay in Bruno's place, is one of the virtues I want you to take away from Bruno's place. You know, it's good if you are punctual. If you have an appointment, you get there early. If there's a meeting, you go there early. If somebody's going to give you a contract, you go there early. I'm not sure, you know, somebody wants to give you a contract, it gives you an appointment, and you come late without any good reason, any justifiable reason. I'm not sure the person will give you that contract. You know, punctuality, make punctuality a standard, you know, and I'm teaching that in Bruno's place. These are one of the first key things, you know, when I talk about standard. Then number two, trustworthiness. I know people, I tell my staff all this, you know, you have to be trustworthy. Because if you are not trustworthy, people cannot give you responsibility. You can be creative, you can be gifted, but if you are not trustworthy, people will not want to put money into your business. People will not want to, you know, do business with you. Even in business, people will not want to relate with you. If you even notice that before God puts something in our hand, He will take you through a process. He will work on you. Do you understand? He will work on you. He take you through a process. Sometimes I tell people, whatever you are passing through, you know, is part of the process, because God wants to help you cook up a story, a sellable story. Do you understand? God wants to be able to trust you so they can put something in your hand. I tell myself, I say, look, you can be creative, you understand? But if you're not trustworthy, I will not put you in my plan. So it's a standard you have to have. Do you understand? And it's something that you have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. You must be trustworthy. You have to be trustworthy. And the other one is loyalty. You know, you see people, they come into a business, what they just want to do is just to see how they can use it to better for their own personal, you know, personal gain. Do you understand? For their own self. You know, they're not even thinking about the brand. They're not thinking about, you know, the future of the brand. They're just thinking about themselves. They're selfish. They will cheat. You know, they will do all sorts. You know, try to use the business to build their own. You know, people like that, even if when they go out to set up their own, they don't always do it because their foundation is not strong. Do you understand? So these are the first three sets. Like I told you, I said there are 12 virtues, you know, that God has taken me through for me to be where I am today. But today I'm going to be talking on these this first, which is very key. These are the things that you will do, you know, that will attract investors to your business, that will get people to be interested in your business, that will get customers to be interested in your business. You have to be punctual, you know, you have to be trustworthy, you know, you have to be loyal, you know. Okay, sorry for the break in transmission. It was network. So you have to be passionate. I hope people are learning from this. I just wanted to quickly go through before I start, you know, taking questions, you know, and at the same time, you know, and looking at the comment that people are passing. I acknowledge everybody that is watching. We have a lot of people that are really watching. I acknowledge you. I've waved some of the people, but I hope you are learning something from this. So these are the first three key things, you know, that God has taken me through, you know, for me to be where I am today. I was not born like this. I was not born like this. But God has to, you know, in addition to creativity, like I told you, I got a private teacher who taught me how to do hair. you know. In addition to that, I went to a place, you know, a well-established environment, you know. I had to sort out, because I know I was only going into this business, I had to sort out somebody who was very good in the business, you know. I had to go there, you know, so that I can get to know the key success factor. But God was telling me it's not just about the creativity, you understand? But he allowed me, you know, to go to a place where the creativity they will help me to bring out the creativity in me. But in addition to that, he wanted me to have a standard, you know. And those are the standard, the virtue that God has, you know, has taken me through, that has taken me to where I am today. You understand? Has taken me to where I am today. Some of the three of those virtues, like I said, there are 12 of them. I'm going to be sharing on 3 today, which I have already started talking about. One is, you know, you have to, you know, I talk about you have to be trustworthy, you know, you have to be loyal, you know, and you have to be punctual. Punctuality is the soul of business. Those are the 3 things I want to talk about. I want to limit myself to today. Now, in the next edition, I'm going to talk about the next 3, you know. Then we'll keep like that until we go through the 12. If you know the 12, if you have these 12 virtues, you know, I'm telling you, do anything. Do anything. You can make anything happen. You can make anything happen. You know, remember in one of my previous discussion, I told you that the only purpose they have is to create value for people and to give glory to God. Your own is to look for anything, you know. What people call purpose is not at purpose, it's career. You express purpose through careers. Do you understand? You know, there's a difference between purpose and career. You know, hairstyling, you know, is like a platform, is a window, is a door through which I'm expressing purpose for now. You know, don't be surprised tomorrow you see me, you know, you can see my suit is branded, you know, you see my shoes, they are branded, you know, my t-shirts, they are branded. I might decide to go into fashion. Do you understand? But as long as I'm expressing purpose, you know, I'm creating value, I'm giving glory to God, you know, I'm also in business. Do you understand? I'm also living life. You understand? So you can, like I said, you can do anything if you have these virtues. You know, I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things today from what we've discussed, you know, and I want you to watch out for the next edition. Before I go, I still want to acknowledge people that are watching. Azuka Bensi, thank you for watching. Clara 7G, I can see you, thanks for watching. You know, Francis Awe, I can see you. I see a whole lot of people. Thanks for watching. You know, oh, thanks. I see somebody wishing me happy Sunday. You know, so there are so many things you're going to be learning from this live Facebook show, you know, or project that I just started. You know, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I really want to make business easy for people. I want to make life easy. I want to make relationship easy. There are basic principles, you know, that you can apply to business, that you can apply to life, that you can apply to relationship, you know. And once you apply this relationship, you will not only succeed, you will be successful, you know, and at the same time you will be able to teach it to other people, you know. I want to thank you for listening, and watch out for the next episode. Do have a nice day.